Clutch was the greatest player to ever touch Shinobi, but how he got to this level is something we'll get into later. Clutch didn't originally play Shinobi. At the start of his journey, he played Spy. It was 2 years ago when he started gaining a reputation with this Spy, primarily due to the fact that at the time, he was one of the best and only Spy players. We could continue talking about his Spy days, but let's just fast forward towards the Shinobi Renaissance. The Shinobi Renaissance was a rise in people playing Shinobi with the use of auto-clicking or macroing. The Shinobi Renaissance mainly happened because of faceless changes. Back in the day, some facelesses would macro and auto-click, and because of it, there were changes on faceless comboing, mainly focused on the punching aspect of it. This in turn made it harder to combo with or without macro or auto-clickers on faceless. After these nerfs to faceless, the community looked at Shinobi as the next best option. When auto-clickers, macroers, and the normal players stopped playing faceless, everyone looked at Shinobi and its popularity skyrocketed. It was because of this surge in popularity that people realized the advantages of Shinobi over faceless. It had better movement, Tonto had better damage than a Mythril Dagger, a better combative kit, and best of all, a resurrection. Clutch was a massive victim of this renaissance. He wasn't able to gank at all because of the constant Shinobis just demolishing him. This was when he finally got the idea that if he can't beat them, join them. This was when Clutch picked up Shinobi. At first, he was the average macroing Shinobi. He had the macro, he had the auto clicker, all he had to do was press the button and then people would start to die. Even though he had the tools, he was still known to be ass throughout the Rogue League community. He was just a small cub in a world of lions. But little did everybody know, he'd stand on a throne with the title of the greatest Shinobi of all time. Even though Clutch was known to be ass compared to other Shinobi players, he didn't let the hate get to him. Instead of dropping Shinobi, he considered PS dwelling. He would stay in the notorious public PS 1967 beef for hours just practicing. Every day he would gank a little and then head into beef for the rest of the day. He was spotted in beef so much that he earned the nickname 1967 Clutch. Everybody thought that he was just farmed and they made fun of him for PS dwelling instead of ganking. Fast forward a few months later, after countless hours sat in beef, he came out a monster. Clutch started spam ganking and showing people shit that no one would have ever done before. He would do things faster than other Shinobis, he was able to execute the text better, he was able to execute it 10 times quicker, he was able to apply pressure without Vertil, Volnir, Bane, or even Snarv, which is something 90% of other Shinobis still aren't able to do. His playstyle was aggressive but smart. He knew how to utilize everything in his kit efficiently and was able to adapt to a different playstyle depending on the class, player, and the situation he was in. Clutch will forever keep the title as #1 Shinobi.